Hi everybody. Okay, admittedly I'm about a week late from when I said I was going to come back and do another movie review, but the point is I'm back, so let's get to it. Today we are talking about Gamer, which I watched honestly less than 20 minutes ago, finished watching, and I have to say that overall it wasn't a horrible movie. And the acting was fine. Total respect for the actors there. I'm even giving credit to Ludacris, who normally just bugs me when he appears in movies. No, this time he was fine. But the problem is the movie seemed to have less story and more killing for the sake of killing, blowing stuff up for the excitement of blowing stuff up, and sex because we could. Okay, and it's not even so much like actual, sex. It's just the weird, random sex thing. And I understand that that's what a lot of those games would be like, because I've seen people play Sims, and I know all that stuff. But it still seemed like a bit unnecessary for a lot of what they did. And so overall, like I said, I'm going to say it wasn't horrible because it was interesting for what it was, with the blowing stuff up and the sex and killing and violence and everything. It just seems like they could have fit a bit more story into the movie. And I will say that the ending was kind of anticlimactic, really. It was like they could have done a bit more with it. The way they did it, okay, I guess it made sense, but it seemed like there should have been more, because, it's kind of hard to explain, because if it's in my head, I know what I want to say, but at the same time, having watched it, it's hard to get it out there. But I want to say props to Gerard Butler, because totally believable, honestly. I could believe he would be in that situation, pissed off and everything, that would be how he would be. And Kira Sedgwick, honestly, thumbs up to you, because you seem to put a little more into it than normal. And don't get me wrong, I like the show The Closer, but still, usually it's a little flat, but that could be the script. That's just me. I'm probably going to get a lot of haters for that one. But, one of the big complaints I have is with Cable's daughter, John Tillman's daughter, they really didn't do a whole lot with her. She seemed like she was just there so that they had, this is the reason he wants to live, kind of we saw her for maybe 5 minutes, plus a couple of short little almost flashbacky things, but she really didn't do much. So you didn't get to see any real connection between her and her dad, or her and her mother, or even her and Castle. I don't know. It just seemed kind of like she was in an unnecessary role, and they could have done the same thing that they were intending to do without her. They could have just stuck with his wife, who we saw quite a bit of. And so, overall, I will say the concept of the gaming concept was interesting. Their war game with players was interesting, and I could honestly see people doing that if we had the technology, just like I could see us actually doing the live action sim thing if we had the technology. But then again, I could just meet a lot of messed up people that make me think they would be fine with killing actual human beings. But overall, it's a good movie if you just want to watch stuff get damaged. It's a good movie for that. And a good movie if you don't want to think. But if you're looking for something that has depth and substance, and that you could just sit down and you get really into and watch, not the movie for you. That's all I gotta say. And I realize this is a bit of a short review, but honestly, for anyone who's watched the movie, you'll get it. You'll understand completely that there's really not a whole lot that you can say about it. It kind of just is what it was. But I will say, watch it once, at least. That's what I'll leave at. I'm going to say watch it once at least, so that you can say you have seen it, because it is worth one watching. I'm not going to say it's worth two, but I will say it's worth one. Unless you are squeamish. If you have a problem with gore in any sense, probably not for you, or you're going to, I guess you could probably just have somebody, you know, tell you when those parts are over, because it's kind of intermittent, so you could watch it like this. That's, yeah. But otherwise, I say watch it once, form your own opinion, but that's really all I have to say about it. Alright, so to everyone out there on the YouTube, I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I will see you again, I'm not going to say next week, but probably the week after that, talking about the Imaginarium of Doctor Parnassus. And this time it'll definitely be a bit more in-depth. I'm going to take notes and stuff on what I want to say. I am going to work to improve these. And so to any family who's watching, I love you guys. And to any friends, call me, please, because I don't have half of your numbers. Alright, and I will see you all when I see you next.